This is the time lapse of the weather over Europe and the Atlantic in July 2014. This is composed of the air mass image, which is image that stays at night, where the chemtrails are bright, and in the daytime we can see the natural color view. And I left one image of the electronic view, which is this yellow background image. Clouds with water appear in yellow, while the dry chemtrails appear in white. I left this image so you can see clearly that in the morning that you have these new white clouds. They are reflecting infrared. So in that the infrared reflection is seen in white. This is the beginning of July. Oh yeah, the spring is continuous. They are continuous doing the same. They are starting chemical cloud fronts or continuing them from North America. They are spraying next to Greenland here, and you can see the spraying from yesterday. The chemicals have fallen and absorbed some humidity, and yeah, you can see the chemical spraying from the day earlier appears in white because it's fallen and absorbed the humidity. Yeah, they try to create continuous cloud fronts as they are, but they are harder to make during the summer because the summer the sun burns the chemtrails, and while they do not fall and absorb water, they are easier to burn. That's why it's harder to make a continuous cloud front. Yeah, but they are doing continuously. They are spraying, like you can see, they spraying here from to Europe. They go to north and keep spraying. It's, yeah, they spray all the content of the tanks they have, and yeah, they land elsewhere to put more trash in and continue spraying, maybe around the world, who knows. Yeah, this is continuous operation. It won't stop it. You see every day in the morning you see clearly the chemtrails. It's in cyan in the natural color view and in white on the electronic view. There Mars leaves some definition of the high clouds, but it's very hard to see definition at night. You can see much better in daytime what is happening. They keep spraying continuously. The spraying is heavier at night, so you can see in the electronic view images higher resolution. You can see the chemtrails sometimes very distinct chemtrails in the first hours of the day, and you can see the shadow of the chemtrails in the clouds behind. And yeah, you can see the spraying from the mid-Atlantic to Ireland. There's always two routes of spraying in the Atlantic at least. Most times there are more. Sometimes they come from America and they go back again. Sometimes they come like from the Mediterranean, go all the way up to Arctic and come back again. Then there's these massive parallel routes where hundreds of planes spray the same area parallel. the massive spraying in the Atlantic right now. Clearly visible during the day. They're spraying over the ocean in front of the chemtrails lake. They're spraying massively here next to Ireland, now over Ireland, in front of Portugal and Spain. Yeah, there are no. You can see that there is only cyan, so there are no clouds. Only dry chemtrails. They will continue to spray over them, and then watch over France, massive spraying. So over Portugal, and now is in the Atlantic, close to the Arctic. They're always spraying there. Spraying continues. They're spraying like this over Spain that seems to like come from the same place. Now into Italy, massive spraying over Italy and Central Europe. They keep going to north and spraying more. Now a lot of airplanes spraying in the Atlantic. Yeah, you can see the spraying is continuous. This is a very large operation. They're spraying of they're spraying all the planet, mainly in the poles, in the equator. That's the areas where most of the chemicals are sprayed. Poles in the equator. And then yeah, there's a lot of spraying next to the poles, but it's harder to do chemical cloud fronts. Yep, you can see some spraying right now in the desert. Yep, they're spraying to Morocco and Libya, but they won't go most times to the Sahara. They tried. Yeah, but no, most spraying is done on the top of the poles or and in the equator. That's where most of the spraying is done. And yep, they will continue to spray as long as they have no, have, they are allowed to yes, print their own money buy whatever they want to do and make the factories produce all this crap. Yep. And yeah, we're still in the same situation. Something has to be done, and we don't quite know what it is that we must do to stop this. Massive polarization over Iberian Peninsula and France. Look, yeah. Join a chemtrails group and do something.